it should say record at the bottom as well. Okay, good. Right, so obviously you haven't caravan before, so obviously the basics, obviously I'm going to be going through how to get it up and running when you get to site. I'm assuming you stop up on site tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So first things first, when you get to site, obviously the first thing you need to get it on the pitch. Mover on it, trying to think?
Yes.
So you could either use your mover or, if you're more confident, reverse it on.
Right.
Just check to see what the pitch is like. If you've got hard standing, they used to be usually fairly level,
Yeah.
side to side. So have a look. If it is a caravan level, perhaps before you take it off the car, if you've got spirit level, you get these small spirit levels. Just put it on the flat surface. I tend to put it just for the door because that's usually a flat surface there. Have a look. If it's level side to side, then you obviously don't need to level it side to side.
Yeah.
But if it isn't, you're going to have to raise it one side or the other.
Yeah.
Obviously the lower side will be raised. The reason why we need it level, one, drainage. So there's a sink. The plug hole's there, sink's leading there, it's just going to collect there. Also the fridge doesn't like being on an angle. Also when you're lying in that bed and you're on an angle,
Yeah.
you're rolling out of bed. So check, make sure it's level side to side. You can use the mover to
Yes.
level it up as well, but not the legs. The legs are there just to steady it, they're not to lift it, they're not a jacking system. So you may want to purchase, you can get these ramps, so you just either pull the van up using the motor mover or the car, lift it up or whichever side
Well,
it
I've
is.
got one of the windy.
Oh, you got one of them winder, like jacking things?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so much easier.
That's what
So
George,
much easier.
that's what George recommended.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, definitely good. So with that, you can actually line the wheel lock up if you have an alcohol wheel lock, and then you can lift it. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Level it side to side if you need to. Then once you've checked that, if that's okay, then you need to, obviously you've still got the car attached, you need to get the car out of the way. So handbrake on first. Disconnect all the little pieces like the cables and the tow bar. I'll go for the connecting that when we do the car. Okay. So handbrake on, car out the way. Obviously if you use motor mover, the car's already out the way.
Yeah.
Then we need to level it front to back.
Yeah.
Okay, the way to do that is using the jock wheel. So you just wind it up or down to
Yeah.
get the nose level. Okay? So again, using your spirit level, so it makes it easier. Once you've done that, then you need to wind the legs down. Okay? So they're steadies. I've got one handle there.
Yeah.
It takes quite a while with one of these.
Right.
So what I'll do is just wind it down.
Yeah.
Right, I've got a drill. So if you've got something like, I'm just going to fetch it now. Someone has to take it, which I bet someone else. If you've got anything like that,
Right.
as well, you can get this kind of fitting.
Yeah.
It's a lot quicker.
Right.
So let's see if I switch it on. So wind it down down the floor, it just
Right.
touches. Do that all the way around. Then
Yeah.
what I tend to do is that. Grab the handle. If it's still got a bit of movement, just tweak it a little bit more.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
As I say, it's not there to lift it.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just going to wind this one back up because I've got the two legs down at the back. For now. Okay. Simple as that. Obviously you use that because it's a lot longer, especially the weather that we have in this country.
Yeah.
Standing there with the rain on your back, obviously
Yes.
not so much fun. Okay? So have at least one leg down at the back before you get in it.
Right.
At least one leg. If it's still attached to the car, obviously that will stop it from tipping up.
Yeah.
If you haven't, you're going to end up with a seesaw.
Yeah.
Okay? So once you've done all the legs, then it's ready to start setting up all the outside bits then.
Right.
So your gas locker, turn the gas on. So you can see that there,
Yeah.
that unscrews out the gas bottle.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when you're changing, what we do is, that's a reverse thread.
Yeah.
So you remember that if you've heard of the righty tighty, lefty loosey, it's obviously the opposite way.
Yeah.
Righty loosey, lefty tighty obviously confuses things.
Yeah.
So normally you'll leave that connected,
Yes.
but turned off when you're travelling.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we've arrived on site. We just check that, just make sure it is tight because it is hand tight.
Yeah.
Turn it on by turning the valve on top of the gas.
Yeah.
Then we've got gas going into the van. Obviously we've got other bits that we can obviously drag out. At this point you may have other bits in there that you want to connect on the outside of the van.
Yeah.
Obviously a step. I tend to put the step pallet inside the door. The first thing you're going to want is a step to get in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you may have other things in there. We'll crack them and try to get past. So the next thing you probably want to connect is the water. So you'll have your aqua like that, which is sitting just actually on the bed at the moment. This is your pipe.
Yeah.
So to connect that, obviously it just clicks in. So as you push that, clicks in to take it out, just pull back on the trigger.
Yeah.
So this is your pipe, which is nicely curled up. You see that? Just be careful, sometimes you can do that.
Right.
It's just going to draw the air out the top of the aqua instead of the water.
Yeah.
So make sure you straighten it out. It's easier in the summer because it's a bit more pliable in the heat.
Yeah.
In the winter, the plastic can be a bit more. So make sure you straighten it out, push it into the aqua, clicks in.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
just as we're going past, that's just the vent for the boiler. There's nothing to do to that, so you don't need to worry about that.
Right, okay.
Battery's fitted, so the van operates off 12-volt systems. Okay? So, even though you say like microwave, obviously not, but things like igniters on the boiler, on the cooker, things like that, and the 12-volt lighting, obviously comes through that. We've got 240 connection, so that also that charges the battery, and it also pushes power through the 12-volt side, so you can use a 12-volt also without draining the battery.
Yeah.
Alright. So to connect the electric, right. So connect to the caravan first.
Yeah.
So all you do is just do that. This is my cable. You've got a cable on board.
Yeah.
Just push that in there. That's on. Okay. Then unravel the cable fully and plug into the bollard. Don't do it the other way around. You plug to the bollard. You've got electric cable. You'll walk across wet grass. It's not going to be a good outcome if you're not careful. And what we've also got down here is the key point for your mover, which I'll show you after. Okay. So once you've done that, you've connected your electric in. Put it into that slot there. Lock that back up. Okay. But I'm leaving it down just for ease of use for us.
Yeah.
But that's what you need to do on that. Wastewater. So you'll have a waste master. So I'm assuming it's in there somewhere. So all you do is plug the. I've actually seen that. It must be in there somewhere. The drain. What you've got is 2 drain pipes.
Yeah.
Just stick into there. So that is the drain down from your sinks, your shower.
Yeah.
So it's the grey water, as we call it. That will go into your waste master. Okay?
Right.
What you'll find is if you've emptied your aqua roll, so you've used all your water in your aqua roll,
this will be
just
full.
check that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going to fill that again, just check that because that's likely to be full.
Yeah.
Okay. So funny thing is that is 40 litres content. That is 38 litres content. So you've got about a 2 litre difference.
Yeah.
Obviously that will fill hot water tank and everything else.
And the hoses plug in.
Yeah, they just plug into a hole there. They just push in.
Oh, right.
They just push in.
Right.
And you'll end into the waste basket. Okay. You'll see that one's locked, one isn't. So that was just access under the bed.
Right.
That was really good show you. On the back we've got bike rack fixing. If you decide you want to carry bikes with you, you can have a bike rack fixing, bike racks fixed like that. Just be careful, you put too much weight on the back of the van.
Same with that car.
Yeah,
you wouldn't go to bike racks because you're going to.
You're putting a lot of weight on the back, which, if you've heard of snaking,
Yeah.
that can cause that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, next thing we come to is toilet. Onto the fun bit. Just find the keys. Right. So before we use this, we need to fill the flush reservoir, which is this one here.
Right.
So we put a pink chemical in there,
Yeah.
and then we top it up with water.
Yeah.
You see there it says for drain before towing. You
Yes.
can have some in there. What
Yeah.
you don't want is this full.
Full.
If it's full,
Because it upsets the balance of the caravan.
plus it may overflow into the van.
Right.
I'm say the reservoir might just leak into the van. You don't want that. Okay, so you can travel with some in it.
Yeah.
So you may want to use it as if you're going a long distance. You can just pull into a lay-by and obviously use it. So
Yeah.
you can have some in there, but not full.
Yeah.
In winter, you do need to drain it down though.
Yes.
Obviously, the likelihood of freezing is obviously
Yeah.
very important. So pink chemical and water in the top. On our site, it's actually green chemical you need for the
Yeah.
cassette. So to release that, just lift that handle, that slides out. If
Yeah.
it's not coming out easy, the likelihood is the wastegate on the toilet has been left open or not fully closed.
Right.
Push it back in, go and have a look, make sure it's closed. I'll show you that after.
Okay.
Okay, so it slides out. I've got a handle and wheels, obviously, to be easy to cut off to where you need to empty it. So before we use it, we need to fill it with obviously. Blue chemical, around about half a cup, depends on how much you're going to use. Half a cup, probably enough. Tip
Yeah.
that in, and about a pint of water. So that's there to stop breaking the nasty stuff down.
Yeah.
To empty it, it's going through that same hole out.
Right.
Okay, so you tip it out, press that button there, that's the air bleed, allows it to flow
Yeah.
just that little bit more easier. When you come to empty it, obviously just be careful that lid there, because the chemical emptying point, if you've been on site, they have it's usually a big funnel with a big hole in the centre of it, and it's got a brick wall around it. You
Yeah.
put that on the brick wall, and you knock that down the hole,
Oh,
you're not
God.
going to be sticking around down there to get that back out, if you can actually see it anyway.
Yeah,
so
so-
put that on the floor behind you.
Yeah.
And then once you've done that, clean it out. I tend to just put a bit more water in there, slush it around, obviously empty it out.
Yeah.
Just be careful, there's a little float inside here. You thrash that around too much, that float disappears down the empty point as well. That is the indicator for how full this is on the toilet.
Right.
So there's a little indicator light that lights up when the float obviously reaches
Yeah.
the top. Okay?
Right, okay.
So to use it, blue chemical in there, pint of water, and that'll slide back in, ready for
Right.
use.
Okay.
Okay? One thing you won't worry about, well, obviously when you come to use it, but for winter drain down is this little pipe here.
Oh, right.
So you just pull that plug out, that will
Yeah.
drain that down.
Right.
But the best thing to do is use the flush system on the toilet, press it, that will flush the water flush system into your waste tank.
Yeah.
So obviously that's ridding the pump as well of water in there. Just drain it down the last little bit via that. So just pull that out and drain the last little bit. So that is for winter. Make sure there's no water in there for, if you're leaving it, obviously you're using it in winter, that's different, but in storage for 2 or 3 months, coldest time of year, get the water out. Okay, this is something, just coming to this point now, this is something you're likely to do before you go away. So I'm gonna check the wheels afterwards, but it's very important that you do check them regularly. Okay, just tell you on the plate here, 130 newton meters if you have got a torque spanner. Otherwise, just tweak them just to make sure they are tight. If you haven't. Okay. As I said, I will check them before you go. Before you leave here, even. Right. If you'd like to go inside, and I'll show you. Noisy compressor at the back of the chair. Makes a bit of a racket. Right. So I'll just put my slippers on because George shouts at me if I get the carpet dirty. Right. So you can feel it's a bit warmer in here. I've had the heating up and running. Right, keys, which I just didn't explain. So what we've got, one key does all the locks. So one is spare. Okay. Fob also does the alarm. I say normally Sprite doesn't have an alarm, but obviously this one has. Torch is the top one. Second button down. One beep on. Or not. Hang on. Right. One beep on. 2 beeps off. Okay. Yeah, this must have been retrofitted with an alarm because normally it doesn't have an alarm on that. So I'm not sure how that activates the tracker because normally on the vans that have these on, obviously the higher spec ones normally have this as part of the deal as such. That will set the tracker as well. But with this one, obviously not being normally provided with an alarm, it usually has the keypad to set the tracker if you decide to go to subscribe to that.
It is going to be subscribed.
So I'm not sure now if this would do that or that keyboard is normally the way you set it. All right.
Okay.
I'll have to ask that question. I just noticed that window's open, so I don't want you driving off with that window open. Right. So when you come into the van, first thing you need to do is switch the 12 volt systems on. Okay. So there's everything in here has got some kind of 12 volt systems in the background, apart from obviously something like the microwave, which is 240. So you need to switch the 12 volt systems on, which is that button there. Okay. I can wave at it just to light the screen up, but that is your 12 volt buttons there. So switch that on. This is just menu, which you can scroll through. That is your water pump. Don't switch that on straight away. I'll tell you that in a minute. And then you've got light switches. Okay. So they're the main lights. Dimmable lights, which is the one above the lockers and above the bed, and awning light, which is your light just outside the door. Okay. Right. So when we get into the van, the first thing we want to do, apart from switching the 12 volt systems on, is get the water system up and running. Okay. So if we have a look under this bunk here, so under here is your drain down for the boiler. Right. See that yellow lever there? That's the drain down. Okay. See that? So obviously when we want to get the water into the system, we need to make sure the drain down's closed, otherwise when we're trying to get water in, it's just going to go run straight down under the van, and we just wasted our effort of going to fill the Aperol. Okay, so close down is that, open is that. Okay, so to drain it down, you lift it up, open all the taps, drains it down. Obviously to get the water in, we need to shut that and close all the taps before we switch the water pump on. If you switch the water pump on first, we could have water coming out different places where we don't want it to be coming out. Or to start with anyway. Okay, so drain down is closed, taps are closed, bathroom make sure you have done that one as well. Because I've had it before now, the shower's been facing out through the door, and carpet and everything is going to be wet. And if you walk straight into it, you'll get your face full of water as well. So then we can switch water pump on. Okay, it's saying water level low at the moment. That's not on this model. I'll switch that off in a second. But in a different menu, I can switch that off. That's for the other models, because obviously this does every single leisure vehicle that Swift do. So that just wants switching off. Okay. So what we do then, we come to the cold tap in the kitchen. So, or the cold side of the tap even, because there's only one tap. Cold side, operate it on that. Obviously we'll get a lot of spluttering in there to start with. And obviously me putting the pipe in and out, outside obviously hasn't helped. So what we want is that. So once we've got a solid stream of water there, the reason I start on this one and the cold, because you remember that pipe, if it's curled up, it's sucking air, that is the quickest point to find that out. If it's just nothing water coming through, just go out and check the pipe straight. It is sucking water. Get the water coming through like that. Then turn to the hot side. So on the hot side, what we're doing exactly the same is getting the water, obviously the air out of that pipe. Also, we're filling the hot water tank. So if the hot water tank has been emptied previously, drained, It's a 10 litre container, 10 litres of air. It's got to come out that tap. Okay,
Right.
so it's going to take a couple of minutes for it to do that. So open up on the hot side. That's what you're going to get. A lot of air coming through. And if it's taking a while to pull through, shut the tap down because it's pressurising now. So the pump's running, it's pressurising, it's trying to push the air. Obviously, you increase the pressure. It will, as you open that now,
Yeah.
just gradually, because sometimes it'll explode out with the pressure. So it might even be the pipe might cool up again. So shut it down again, let the pressure build up. So if you can hear that rumbling there, that's your pump.
Right.
If you don't get all the air out of the system, the pump will continue to rumble.
Right.
So once you've got all the air out, it should shut off reasonably quickly.
Yeah.
And normally you'll hear the tone of the water change. Bit longer. We'll do that sometimes. Sometimes it's near instant, and then other times it just takes that a little bit longer. Or you may just have a bit of air in the system again. Obviously, me pulling the pipe out and putting it back in again probably didn't help. Or even the pipe may have floated up. And put it back to the cold side. Just make sure we've got pressure on that, just in case it has. Get a bit of air in a minute. There we go. So once you've got a solid stream of water, there's no air bubbles coming out, we know the hot water tank's full.
Yeah.
Okay? Do the same with each tap, get all the air, because otherwise the pump will continue to run because it's still trying to squash air that's in the pipes.
And the shower head and everything.
All the taps,
Yeah.
make sure you clean them out, right, over all the air. Okay, so once we've done that, then we can heat the room, all the water, or both. So it's got a combined boiler heater in that corner there, so it's blown air, so you can see the vents dotted around the van. That's where your warm air is going to come from. It's all on one unit, so it's heating the hot water tank in the centre and taking the warm air from around it as well to warm the van up. That's controlled by this control panel here. That is the on-off button there, so you press and hold, that switches it on, and you can see it's already on. So if I just tap that button there, that lights the screen up. Okay, it's a return button as well, but I'm just using that to light the screen up. In the centre, it's fluctuating between time, obviously, which is incorrect at the moment, and temperature of asphalt. Okay, top line is what is actually operating at the moment. So first thing we come to is a little flame. That is not gas, that's heater. Okay, that little bottle there, that's your gas. So that's your energy there. That is actually denoting heating. Don't ask me why you've got a flame icon, because it just confuses things. People think it's gas, but it isn't. Okay, and alongside it, also flashing, is water heating. Okay, the reason why they're both flashing is because it hasn't achieved the temperature that we've asked for as yet. Once it reaches temperature, they will stop flashing. Okay. So if I want to change anything, if I click this big button now, it will light up the second line. So the first thing we come to is a thermometer inside a motorhome. Obviously we're in a caravan. If I now click on that, we can now change the heating settings. So heating off or maximum 30 degrees. Okay, so whatever temperature you feel comfortable with, click on the button, that confirms it. Okay, next one is water heating. So turn the button now until you see that one flashing. Click on that. So we got options are water off again. Eco is around about 40 degrees, hot about 60 degrees, or boost. Okay, so differences, as I said, eco and hot 40, 60. Boost, if you want extra hot water to use the shower, obviously it's got to heat up. So normal running on the eco. If you want to use the shower, you obviously best to increase the temperature in the boiler for that period of time, which is around about half an hour on boost. Okay. In the meantime, obviously it won't want the heating running because it's trying to keep the heat in the boiler. So if you've got the heating running at the same time, obviously it will blow the hot warm air away from the boiler, so it's not going to increase in temperature. So it will boost the temperature in the boiler, then it will allow the heating to come back on afterwards, as long as it's within the temperature range. Okay, so the next one is energy. So sometimes you can go too quick and go past it. So that's energy now. So click on that. Options are gas on its own. So if you've got no electric, you're on the site, you've got no electric, you can just operate on gas. Mix one, so that's electric and gas. You see the top line is now changing alongside with it. Electric and gas again. Electric 1, electric 2. So you can see there's no gas on there at all now. So if I just click on that to confirm what energy I want. So the differences are electric 1, electric 2. Electric 1 is around about 1 kilowatt. Electric 2 is around 2 kilowatt. It is slightly less, it's 900 and 1800, but it's easier to remember as 1 or 2. Mix 1, mix 2, so that's gas and electric 1 and electric 2.
Right.
So the difference is, why would you want all these differences for a start? Obviously gas on its own, because you've got no electric. But most people, if they obviously you purchased the pitch as such, the electric comes with it.
Yeah.
So you're going to use electric as much as you can instead of your gas.
Yeah.
But in the winter, well, in summer, 2 kilowatts of electric, that's probably efficient enough, keep your water hot enough and the room warm enough. In the winter, 2 kilowatts is not a huge amount of energy.
No.
So if you compare that to a kettle at home, that's about 2 kilowatts.
Yeah.
It's about 1 litre of water it's trying to warm up. It's not heating the kitchen at the same time, is it?
No.
This unit down here, on 2 kilowatts, is heating 10 litres of water. So if you imagine that from cold, it's going to take a while to warm that up. And this room. So 2 kilowatts, it's going to struggle in the winter. So it's really cold outside. So that's the reason why you want to use mix.
Right.
Okay, so a mixture of gas and electric.
Yeah.
Okay, what it will do from cold is use both energies. Gets to temperature, it'll shut the gas off. It's prioritised to electric, it'll tick over on electric then. Someone leaves the door wide open like I have. Temperature drops, gas will kick in alongside electric, so it's not using the gas all the time.
Yeah.
But it's using electric and gas then to get up to temperature. Then again, it will shut the gas off.
Right.
Okay.
So that's either 1 or 2 kilowatts.
Yeah. So if you just use an electric on 2 kilowatts, say, that's okay for summer, but 2 kilowatts in the winter, you may struggle.
Yeah.
But see, it may be warm enough for you. It'll take a little bit longer to get there. You may want to sit in your coat for a while to warm up.
Yeah.
But as I said, 2 kilowatts is not a huge amount of energy, so it may be efficient enough for you. Obviously, just see how it feels.
Yes.
Obviously, 4 o'clock in the morning, and especially some of these cold days we had just recently. 2 kilowatts, you may just feel the temperature drop around about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Okay. Next one is your fan. So we click on this again. So the fan's flashing now, and click on that. So Eco is your normal fan running. You can have high as well, and there's also a boost. But as you see there at the moment, it's not allowing me boost.
Right.
Okay. So the reason the fan operates is to increase the temperature. Okay.
Yeah.
It's thermostatically controlled. As you can hear now, there's no fan running, so obviously we're pretty close to temperature.
Yeah.
If you want the fan to operate, the temperature difference has got to be about 4 degrees. So if I just increase it by 1 degree, the fan's not going to say, well, no, I'm not coming on this. I don't need to waste my energy just to increase by 1 degree. So the temperature would have to drop 3 degrees. So it's going to be about 4 degrees before the fan will come on. Yeah. On the boost side of it, it's about 10 degrees. So if I increase this to 30 degrees, it may allow me to go for boost. There we go. So last week it wouldn't let me do that because it was so hot in here anyway. It was no chance it was going to do boost. So if I'm trying to increase the temperature by a gap of at least 10 degrees, it will allow boost. On boost function, obviously, it's just going to blast the hot air in and warm your van up really quickly.
Yeah.
Obviously, the only problem with that is obviously your water's going to suffer.
Yeah.
Because it's taking all the heat away. You can't have both.
Yeah.
Well, on normal run it's okay, but if you're trying to boost it either way, the other one's going to suffer for that period of time.
Yeah.
So the boost will then come off once it's reaching temperature. Okay. If you have a look now, obviously that you can see I've got temperature set at 30. I can actually change the temperature from here now as well. So I can, if I just turn it now, you can see it's changing. So I'll bring it back to say 18 degrees, and then click on it to confirm it. So then that's 18 degrees it's looking for the room to be. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Hopefully?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah. So, obviously I'm just trying to give you the basics. There's a lot more in there, but I don't want to... if you go up site now, obviously that video's not going to be ready for you when you go up on site. No. If I just give you so much information, it's just going to be brain overload, which I know I'd be exactly the same for something brand new to me. You say, right, this is this, and then, hang on, my brain can't cope.
Yeah.
Alright? There is a lot more in there. There are also videos on YouTube. So if you're quite handy on YouTube, look for Truma Heating, Truma Combi Boiler. There's a good video from Truma themselves, the manufacturer. It's around about 5-7 minutes long. It's not a technical video, it's a how to use video, which is really good. I learned from that. There's also videos which we've done as well on this. So there is further menu on that.
Because can't you set the heating to come on automatic?
So this has got its own timer. This controls panel as well via an app. You can actually talk to it as well. You've got the app,
yes,
so I'll run through that as well in a second. Okay, so we'll just go through other things on the appliance range. So just behind you is the fridge. This fridge will talk, or this system will talk to the fridge as well. But basically, how to switch it on. on-off button there. You need to press and hold it quite firmly to switch it on or off.
Yeah.
This will run on electric or gas, or 12 volts from the car as long as you've got that wiring on the car. So to select it, that's your select button. Okay.
Right.
So I've just selected auto now.
Yeah.
So on the auto function, what that will do is it looks for the best energy available. So if electric's available, it will go for that. If electric's not available, it'll go for gas. If gas is not available, it'll go for 12 volt. The 12 volt is from the car. Okay. So that will only operate when your car's connected, you're driving,
Yeah.
and the engine's running. Okay. So that on that side of it, it does not cool the fridge down, but maintains the temperature. Okay. So if you've got it in storage, it's difficult to cool the fridge down prior to going. If you've got it at home, you can plug electric in. You can cool the fridge down, say a day or so before. Get the fridge cold. Then as you're travelling, you just obviously put it to 12 volt, and as you're travelling, it will maintain the temperature like a cooler box.
Right.
Okay. Temperature range is that button there.
Yeah.
So all 5 lit on that range there.
Yeah.
That's the coldest setting.
Yeah.
So obviously it's coming out frozen butter, it's too cold. Just reduce it a little bit.
Yeah.
So it all depends on the temperature outside. If it's really hot outside, then obviously it needs to work at that little bit harder.
Yeah.
Okay with that? The other one, to light the gas. So if I just select gas now, I'll just beep it at us. I'll tell you why in a second. So to light gas, all you do is select gas.
Right.
Okay? Then that will light it automatically for you.
Automatically.
Okay?
Right. Okay.
If it fails, it will let you know. Okay,
Right.
so what I'm now going to put it on is battery. Oh, that's it. There we go. Right. You hear now that panel behind me squeaking. The reason for that, because obviously that is talking to it.
Yeah.
So it's saying fridge error on there. If I just press select button to shut it up, on here, it's obviously still telling me that, still chirping away saying that I've got a problem, and the problem on this particular mode is car's not attached. So
Yeah.
that's why it's saying that.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
If it's saying that on the gas, that means the gas hasn't lit.
Right.
There may be reasons for that. Likelihood is either you haven't turned your gas on, you've run out of gas. Okay? So all you do to reset the gas, to reattempt to light it, press and hold the on-off button until you hear one beep, take your finger off.
Right.
Okay? Once it's beeped, what you should do, that light will go off on the hazard and it will just see the light again back on the gas, and it's reattempting to light it.
Right.
Okay? So auto, and that will select that. If you leave it on auto, so say you've unplugged your electric and you're connected to your car, as soon as your engine starts running, it will jump for 12 volt then.
Right.
Okay? Happy with that bit?
Yep.
Yeah, good. Microwave, I'm going to say nothing too complicated, but it probably is. Right. Glass plate, do not travel with that in there. If that comes down on here,
Yeah.
it's going to damage it.
Yeah.
Okay, so do not put that there.
No.
I'm just going to sneak it under there for now.
Yeah. Wrap it in a towel or.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what my wife does. She puts it in a tea towel, puts it in the bowl,
Yeah.
stops it rattling about as you're
Yeah.
travelling. Right, microwave operation, that does nothing on its own.
No.
Press the microwave button once.
Yeah.
That's your power, 100%, 50%, or whatever percentage you want to put it on.
Yeah.
Press the microwave button the second time,
Yeah.
then you turn that for seconds.
Right.
Okay, and then press start, away it goes. Or quick start on the start button goes up in minute increments. If you want 2 minutes, just press it twice,
Yeah.
and it goes off automatically.
Right.
Okay?
And that'll only work on mains
Yes,
electrics.
yeah, that's all it will go on, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I've had people ask me, will it work on gas?
No.
No. Microwave, electric. Right, so if you're on the site that's got no electric, you've got no microwave.
Yeah.
Okay, cooker, nothing too complicated on that. You've got a 12 volt igniter there.
Right.
Okay, just be very careful. Obviously, you can see there's a little sign on the glass here.
Yeah.
Do not put that down when it's hot. That
No.
will go into 1,000 pieces.
Yes.
Grill operates off the same igniter as well.
Yeah.
Grill pan, handles
Yeah.
just inside there. You've got this little flange here that pops out. Make sure you do that before you put the grill on.
As
'cause
the
obviously
heat goes
yes.
up round the buttons.
That's it, and it may melt them.
Yeah.
I always forget, so I'm in that position. The grill's going for tea towel or whatever to drag them out.
Yeah.
I always forget.
Divorce courts.
Yeah, burnt fingers. Always forget. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. We turn around here. So bathroom. So what we've got is a swivel toilet. So
Yeah.
it's not something that's falling off. It is actually moved, so you
Yeah.
can get your legs in. See the blue button on the top?
Yeah.
That's your flush.
Right.
Okay. Press and hold that. It's electric. So 12 volt. Press that. You'll hear the pump running. If there's
Yeah.
no water coming out, the likelihood is you haven't put any water in the flush tank, or it's empty.
Right.
Okay. Along the top there, a little bit easier to get in there. See that there?
Yeah.
Right, that is the indicator for the waste tank if it's full.
Right.
Okay, so you will see a red light underneath there, and that will indicate to say it's full. To operate the toilet, right, so you might have to, it's a bit interesting this, obviously a bit compact. Right, so the waste gate is closed at the moment. To
Yeah.
operate that is this that flap there.
Right.
Okay, so that opens the flap.
Yeah.
Use it, flush it, then close it. Okay,
Right.
so once you've used it, close it. That is the flap. If you're trying to pull the cassette out,
Yeah.
and it's not coming out,
It's because
that
that's
is quite